What would happen if Southampton never sold their best players? Today we're going to be finding that out, as we are going to give Southampton every player back that they have ever sold, but only the main ones. So let's take you through who we've brought back. So starting from the main one, which is Virgil van Dijk, we've brought him in. Dusan Tadic, Luke Shaw, Sadio Mane, Jose Fonte, Højbjerg, James Ward-Prowse, Danny Ings, Fraser Forster, Yannick Vestergaard, Carl Alcaraz, Gabbiadini, Nathan Redmond, Lemina and Elyounoussi. But there's one small difference. You might say, yeah, Virgil van Dijk is 25. That is the age that he left Southampton. We'll go to Dusan Tadic. 26. That's the age that he left Southampton. They have got their players back. The year they left them, the players are better now. The players are playing at their full potential. And also, one last thing, we go to Southampton. Mauricio Pochettino is their manager. If you didn't know, Mauricio Pochettino was the manager of Southampton in 2014. So we're going to be simming through a 5-year period to see how far Southampton could actually go if they just kept their players. I'm going to come back to you through the first season so we can see how far they have went in one season, and then we're going to be going straight over to the 5th season, and I'm going to be showing you what went through the whole time. And by God, could you believe it? A year has passed already. Wow, so quick. The power of editing. Ah! Fucking hell. So if we check the Premier League table, holders are Man City. What? What? How are you getting relegated with that team? No, I don't believe this. Oh my God, there's 3 games left. So I've came back too early and there's still 3 games left of the season. And Southampton are 1 point away from survival. I'm going to have to sim forward these 3 games and then I'll be back with yous. Right, lads, I've got something very close to my heart to tell you about. In the last video, only 12% of them were subscribed. 12% were subscribed. It would mean so fucking much. It would mean so fucking much if you could just subscribe. And it's Judgment Day. Have Southampton been relegated from the Premier League? Oh my God, they stayed up. Oh my God, Southampton stayed up. Media prediction was 3rd, by the way, and they finished 16th.
Easy top 3. Easy top 3. If I'm not 16th!
Out of their last 3 games of the season, beat Ipswich, drew against Palace, and drew against West Ham. Let's check the best performing player. Who's played the most games? Nathan Tella and Dusan Tadic have been playing the most games, and then Virgil van Dijk. Sadio Mane has been playing up front, different to what he was doing in real life. Luke Shaw, how's he been playing? 25 games at 17 years old is not too bad at all, let's be honest here. So they've already been selling players. I gave them Tino Livramento. They just go and sell Tino Livramento to Tottenham. So, I mean, I can't really control that. Sulemana has went on loan to Luton. I don't know why they'd sell him. Tyler Dibbling has went out on loan to Coventry. And these are all the players who are sold. They've brought in these. By the way, I'm going to be simming the next 5 years. I can't control the transfer. So, a lot of these players could get sold. Players might come in. But I'm just hoping so that now the players have inflated value, that they can get sold for higher. And then the players can be reinvested, get a better team. And we might actually start seeing Southampton go at the top. The next time I will be seeing you is in 5 years' time. Well, let's hope Southampton are about to have a better season than what they just have. So to start off in season 5, I'm going to show you the starting 11 of Southampton 5 years later. As you can see here, the striker's different already with Dominic Solanke. Right mid, they've got Nathan Tella, so he stayed. Cam Mateus, not going to say his second name. Who's this? Sam Amayo. I think that's a youngster they've got in real life. Van Dijk is playing CDM. Adam Lallana. Ryan Aït-Nouri at left back. Jacob Greaves. Right centre back, we've got Danny Vivian. Kyle Walker-Peters, he stayed. Ramsdale, he stayed. Romeo Lavia. Højbjerg. James Ward-Prowse. Luke Shaw. Luca, who I'm guessing have signed. But let's see how they're doing in the Prem. Oh, Sadio Mane is at Man City. Well, that's great.
Sadio Mane, he's the best football player in the world.
So Southampton have just avoided relegation by 5 points. This isn't going to give me much hope for the next couple of seasons. Season before that. Oh, we'll take that. They actually managed to get Europa League. That was the season before now. Okay, I'm going to check how they're done in the Europa League or the past Europa Leagues in a minute. Yeah, before that, Europe again. Okay, not bad at all. Again. Oh, Southampton managed to get Champions League. And then the season before that is where I showed you last time where they had just managed to escape relegation. The year after they just escaped relegation, they managed to get Champions League the next season. And the season after that, managed to get Conference League, so in Europe again. And then Europa League, Europe again. And then they've just managed to avoid relegation. Quite strange. Okay, let's see how they done in the European competitions. Okay, so with the Champions League, they started with a 1-1 draw against Bayern Munich, where Lorenzo Lucas scored. And then Nice, they got beat off, beat Basel, got beat off Benfica, beat Midtjylland, drew with Tottenham Hotspur, lost to Real Madrid, surprisingly, won against Feyenoord. And actually did get round to the playoffs, where they drew Liverpool. Well, that is just so unlucky. You could have got any other teams, but you get Liverpool. Okay, so a commendable season. They did get Liverpool, so they got very unlucky, where Sadio Mane did score against Liverpool. Really.
He's the best football player in the world.
The season after that, okay, hang on. You could say Southampton looked to be more dominating in the Europa League, where they've beat Rosenborg, sure, never heard of them. 10-0 on aggregate, wow. Okay, and then beat HGK, Partizan, Liberec, drew to Union Saint-Gilloise, beat Ammonia, beat HB, 7-1 on aggregate against Viborg, and then beat Vienna, so to get them through to the semi-final, where they beat Atlanta in the semi-final, and they won the Europa League. Let's fucking go! Well in Southampton. They beat Hoffenheim to win in the Conference League. So hang on. There we go. They won 2-0. Who scored in the final? Dominic Solanke and Martin Vitti. He's a baller in real life. Watch out for him. So, already, Silverware, just from Southampton, keeping their players. What an amazing start. The season after that, where they would be in the Europa League, started off with a 2-0 win against Cluj, a win against Feyenoord, win against Lille, a win against Schalke. Schalke in the Europa League. Good to see. Austria Vienna won 2-0. Beat Antwerp, beat Minsk, beat Lyon. These could be favourites. These could definitely be favourites to win Europa League. So in that, then Apoel, they beat them 5-1 on aggregate, yeah. And then in the second leg, they went through against Fenerbahce. But in the semi-final second leg, they got beat off who? Osasuna. How are Osasuna making it into the Europa League semi-final? And how are they beating Southampton?
Osasuna nunca sarinde.
So let's take it for the transfers that have happened. These are all the players who I have studies already. Danny Ings got sold straight away to Crystal Palace. That's great. Vestergaard got sold to Sheffield United. That's great. Adam Armstrong, he was already there. I've already told you about Tino. Okay, so all that happened. They didn't really buy anyone of note. Okay, next season, they bought in Luca Nets. They brought in these. I'm not quite sure. I'm just going to tell you the ones that I know. Diallo, Vitic, Patrick Berg, Ezri Konza on a free, but they let go of Cameron Archer, Suleimana on loan. Why are they putting Harwood Bellis on loan to Rangers and now he's at Hamburg? Sure. Jan Bednarex went to Wolves for 15 million. That's crazy. Nathan Redmond went to Norwich for 1.8 million. Gabbiadini went out on loan. Lamina got sold. Elyanusi got sold. I'm giving you loads of depth and they're just getting rid of them. Okay, next season, they brought in Lorenzo Luca, Dominic Solanke, Vivian, and Morencho. Is he not a bit old? He's not at the club anymore. Who got sold? But that's when Mane got sold for 91 million to Manchester City. That's crazy. Jose Fonte got put on loan to Everton. Anyone else? Yeah, that I brought. Fraser Forster got sent to West Ham for him. So Man City bought Sadio Mane and Dusan Tadic. Well, Man City need to be stopped, don't they? Because they're just cheating. Suleimana sold. Gabbiadini sold. Cameron Archer got sold for 700k to Ipswich. Right, okay. Harvey Barnes got brought in on loan. Ndoye, Teze, Mateus Cunha. Ryan Ain't, so I'm guessing Wolves might have got relegated then. They brought in Solanke for 31 million. Ryan Ain't 30 million. That is a heavily vested window. Next season, Jacob Greaves, they bought in Alejandro Fernandez. Right, okay. Moranchuk got sold to Wolves straight away. Clearly did not like him. Gavin Bazunu went on loan to Manchester United. By him. Alejandro Gomez sold Teze. Okay, so this is the first season where they've actually sold someone that we didn't give them. That's actually it. They bought in Diallo on loan from Real Madrid. He's developed not as good as what he can. I think Southampton won their first bit of European competition. There you can see FA Cup, Conference League, League One, Bristol Street Mortars Trophy, 3rd Division South. Yeah, that's the first continent I think they've won. What about managers? Did they keep... Oh, they went through a lot of managers. Wow. So Mauricio Pochettino lasted 1 year and 354 days. In all fairness, he didn't do that bad, to be fair. I mean, yeah, he had a 34% win ratio. So when Mauricio Pochettino was in charge, he won 30, drew 30 and lost 27. I mean, Could be worse. Then Oliver Glasner came in. Wow. Only managed to get 30, 60, 90, 120. Lasted 4 months. Won 4 games, drew 7, and lost 9. Wow. And then this bloke who I've never heard of, Andy Goldie, must be in a caretaker manager. Yes, he was. He won 2, drew 2, and lost 3. And then Alexander Blissian. He's the one that brought the Conference League to Southampton, so he deserves a lot of credit. He should not have been sacked. He won 57 games with Southampton, drew 19 and lost 28. Why did he get sacked? Then Andy Goldie came back, and now Brendan Rodgers has won 12, drew 10, and lost 10. I don't know why they sacked him. He was clearly the best manager for the job, and they sacked him. He looks like an incredible manager. So in terms of the best 11 since we started, here it is here. Mateusz. They are really trying to get me to say his name. Mateusz. Dusan Tadic at left mid. Adam Lallana, Nathan Tella, Romeo Lavia, Patrick Berg, Luke Shaw, Vivian, Van Dijk, Kyle Walker-Peters, and Aaron Ramsdale. In terms of appearances, Aaron Ramsdale's made 219. Crazy. Walker-Peters 157. I mean, no one's going to get close to Aaron Ramsdale, apart from James Ward-Prowse, who managed to play more games than Aaron Ramsdale. Is that not just a bit crazy? Who's the top goal scorer? That would be Lorenzo Luca with 57. Wow, 57. And then who's next closest? Mateusz. And then Nathan. Nathan must be doing really good. I mean, he's not terrible. Not terrible at all. How's he doing? African Cup of Nations winner. Well done. Dusan Tadic, obviously at Real Madrid now. Bloody hell, what? Luke Shaw. How many injuries? He's only 21. How many injuries? Oh. How's Romeo Lavia doing? Is he still there? He is indeed still there, and he does look really good. Does look really, really good. Only 24 years old. So in terms of some records that have been broken, you'll see here in attendances, the highest gate receipts has been done, and it was against Bayern Munich, where we're looking right here. They made 731 grand in a Champions League phase group game. We're earning the club money. We'll take that. Most player of the match awards in a season, Dominic Solanke. Youngest goal scorer, Theo Walcott, who I will say, I did try to get him in this bloody team. FM didn't allow it. Highest average rating was Nathan Tella. Not bad at all. So you will see, once we give Southampton back their players that they have sold in the past, the trajectory only goes up from here. Upwards, upwards, and then pretty much staying upwards. So you cannot really complain. I mean, 7th, 8th, 5th in the Champions League, then that's when we start giving them the players. So I think it's fair to say, if Southampton did have their players, they'd be in a lot better position. If you did enjoy that video, please make sure to subscribe. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Smash that like button and comment more things you'd like me to try. See you later in a bit.